huge winning streak, featherweight division, now ranked number 12. Add him to the show. First time I was talking to him, Youssef Zalal. Youssef, what's up, my man?
You did so good earlier, Dave. What's up, Youssef? How's it going, man?
It's not last name, but it's all good. It's all good. How we doing?
Doing good,
well.
Man.
Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a while.
I know. It's been a minute. It's been a long time.
No, where are you joining us from?
My house.
Up in Colorado.
Yeah, it's snowing out here right now too. So it's like
that's not. I'm not
that's
about
wild.
That.
Woo!
That's terribly cold out there. I'm gonna go sit in the Florida sun.
I don't even know what's the temperature outside right now. I think it's let's see, 18.
What? It's 80 outside for me. So.
Wow, that Florida life, huh?
Dude, I love it. I do not miss being cold at all. I do not miss during winter, even a little bit. But I mean, so you've been up in Colorado for a while. I know a lot of people people live in and outside of Denver. Are you one of those guys that's like commuting crazy far?
Not really, not that much. Like the gym from me, the Factory X is like 10 minutes. And then obviously the strength conditioning, it's about, I would say 20 minutes. And then my jiu-jitsu coach's gym, it's about, I would say like 20 minutes as well. So it's kind of like then and then. It's not too crazy, but it's part of the job though. This is what we do.
Absolutely.
Talking about part of the job, Youssef, I've seen you everywhere. Like every interview, every poster since. For one, I'm not saying this because you're on the show. I said this earlier. I love your smile. You have a radiant smile. Do you love this part of it all? Of course, hopefully after a win, you get to talk, keep it going, keep that momentum going. Do you like this part of your job of being a UFC star?
Of course, man. It's part of the job, and that's how you know you're doing good. So, yeah. Because hey, man, I've been on both sides. When you're losing, ain't nobody cares about you. They're like, oh yeah, we'll do like one interview and that's it. You know what I mean? So, that's why it's kind of like whatever, man. It's like you enjoy the life, and and we want to be a world champion, and I will be a world champion. And obviously, it comes with a lot of stuff. Damn, Youssef done like 50. God damn, I didn't know that. Oh my god. And we got Christian everywhere. Christian is the FBI over here, but I gotta watch out for that guy, bro. God damn. What else you know about me, bro? What's going on over here, bro?
We see you everywhere. Love to see it, man. I'm glad you're getting the attention. You like you said when you're losing, nobody cares. Like, how freaking great does it feel to have, obviously you got cut, you had to go back to the drawing board. You were incredibly active in those 2 years off from the UFC, and to come back in and just, there's a snowball effect. What have you changed, and how good does it feel to be back with four straight in a row in the UFC?
Oh man, the crazy part is like even right now I'm one of the most active featherweights. I have 4 fights in 11 months. You know what I mean? So and 11 months ago I was not even in the UFC. So for me to kind of just like appreciate that and be grateful for that, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these guys that want to be like, oh, give me 6 months, give me a full camp, this and this and that. Like, we know where we want to be, you know what I mean? So it's definitely, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? But the main thing, it's my reason why, you know what I mean? I feel like I slept on that a little bit, you know what I mean? Especially when you start like winning in the beginning, and then you lost 3 in a row, and then you had a draw, and then you got kicked. So life really humbles you real quick, and then you really find out like if you're really about this or not, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's like having the hope, having the faith, and the discipline, and then staying consistent, and all that stuff like all comes together, and it makes the recipe, you know what I mean? And I can't wait to keep messing with this recipe a little bit, and then all the way to the top.
Got yourself a big fan here in the comments.
How great is this comment?
Stayed up till 4 a.m. to watch your fight in Tangier.
Hey, that's Morocco. Yeah, it was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. down there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
what the Moroccans for right there. Let's go.
Love it. Love to see it. Yeah, no, Christian said he just saw you on another podcast this morning.
I was at 2 podcasts. I was at Anthony Smith and Dean Thomas.
Got a busy day, man. Busy day.
I love it. I love his energy too. You like what you just fought, Calvin. Like you said, you even said it multiple times, kind of a legend, future UFC Hall of Famer. If the next opponent, is that in the same, ballpark? You want to fight maybe another, future UFC Hall of Famer? or maybe another young guy like yourself kind of on the cup, or you don't care? Like whatever comes up, whatever name comes on that white line, they say to you, we'll just keep on moving forward.
Listen, man, Alliance focuses on territory. I don't need to focus on everybody else's territory. You know what I mean? So if that means that somebody wants to come fight me, I got to defend my territory, and I get to defend my pride. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't care. Like, I called out Yair. I know Yair doesn't have a fight. I heard he was supposed to fight Diego and it didn't go through or something. I have no clue, but I wanted to step up, and I'm still willing to step up. So obviously we'll see what they have, but it really doesn't matter what they have for me, man. I'm just excited to be not just in the rankings, to be in the UFC and then give my opportunity again and keep showing these guys that I will be a world champion.
Yeah, big congrats on. I just saw you just got ranked, I think, while we were on the show at number 12. So congrats there. It's got to be.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Enter the rankings for the first
time.
Hey,
congratulations on you guys, though. You guys got ranked too. So I don't know. It's like number 14, right?
Moved up. I was like, that's kind of random, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. Like, let's go.
Yeah, life is good right there.
They saw Grant training. He had a good week of training. They're like, no, he's not 15. He's 14. American top team, tough down there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dangerous guy, but you better hope he doesn't grab your ass, man, because that was strength, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him, man. He grabs like, I don't know who hurt him as a kid. God damn.
He's fighting demons out here.
Oh, brother. I was like, yeah, I'm not. That's really like, you going to 55? I'm like, hell no, I'm good. I'll sit for 45, bro. I'm good.
There's some big boys up there. Yeah, I mean, talking about going up too, like I got to know, like making weight 4 times in 11 months. A lot of guys just physically can't do that. I know Grant probably can't do that with his weight cut. Do you cut less? Do you feel like it's just like the way your body is, you're able to do it? Like, what is that like, making weight so often?
Nah, my fat ass is getting way too big now. So I don't know about making this weight. That, like, the last one was hard too. This fight was hard too. So it's kind of like, bro, like was it 2 years ago? I was like 155 and I would make 145. So like, I don't even gain that much. Like now I'm like 166, 67 on fight day. You know what I mean? Wow, so yeah, so I definitely got a lot more muscle, a lot more weight to cut now. So I have to be like real smart. But hey, man, it's part of the game. You tell me make weight, and then you get an opportunity. I'm not saying no. I'll make that weight, and I'll be there.
Love it, man. This is a question from Sean, but it alludes to another question that I would like to ask you. It said, Youssef, was the game plan to beat Kattar at what he's good at, and why didn't you use grappling a bit more? I saw you did an interview talking about you thought Kattar was greasing because he was awful slippery.
No, I didn't thought. I know he's greasing. There's no that. And this is the crazy part I tell people is like, I don't need to complain when you win. I really don't. Like, I just want to fight. I can just stop and just not say anything. But what I don't appreciate is you try to cheat the game. Don't try to cheat the game. If you do steroids and stuff like that, that's none of my business. Like, hopefully the UFC testing gets you, you know what I mean? But you want to cheat the game in there because you got traumatized your last fight, like, instead of just focusing on getting better and stuff like that. It is what it is. It's like, that's how I felt about it. But my game plan was to grapple him. And I said this in every interview, and all those 50 interviews I just done. I was like, if me and him grapple in a match, I will 100% submit him. I will 100%, I promise you right now, I will submit Calvin Kattar. But it is what it is. What happens and what I felt there, past that, we go from there. We won the fight. We had fun and all that stuff. And for us, that little coach over there, that's one of the greatest minds on MMA and the planet, allegations is all coming from that gym. That how many times, if you look up online, how many times the allegations of him, his fighters using grease in the fight. And the last thing, since you guys are about to get the light skin side out of me, is you see that they're like, oh, especially after the third round, Youssef did his run. I'm like, if it's this run, it's so easy. You can just stop it. It's not that hard. It's a cage. I'm locked in with you. Like, how hard is it to teach your fighter how to cut an angle, how to shoot a takedown, how to throw a head kick? It's not that hard. I don't think it's that hard. I mean, you guys, you trained before. It's not that hard. Just do it, right? It's like, it should be a Nike
Just do it.
muscle in here. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of like I want to be on that. I'm like, you're so great at the greatest coaches in the world, and you're the one who teaches, hey, don't hit, not to get hit, and all this and this and that. And I'm like, you can't teach your fighter that like in 11 weeks. Like, really? Is this what we're dealing with now?
Well, very valid. Yeah.
Strong words for Cater's coach. And you already kind of answered the question, but a lot of people were, you said I wasn't running. He couldn't track me down. So
hey, you look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. I'm like, to bring a guy like, hey, I understand you want to have a crazy fight, but if you want to have a crazy fight, I'm not the guy. You should not sign the contract. You know that about me. You signed the contract. You expected what you expected, and for you to get landed 700 significant strike on you, I'm not that guy. You're not going to see me. You're not going to land 700. If you land 700 significant strike on me, I'm retiring. I promise you that right now. I'm not ever fighting ever again. I promise you that right now. But if you want to get that fight, get that fight. But I outstroke him in every single point. And then the crazy part is a guy that's 6.75 significant strikes per minute. This is the guy that's how much striking he brings in to the fight. He landed 28% of his whole striking combined. So I'm like, listen, bro, I'm just already having fun with it. And you keep hitting that oxygen, keep hitting that air. I keep watching. Maybe you should hit a heavy bag. That will help you a lot more. But that's not me. I just want to let you know. And like, the oxygen is great. We need the oxygen. That's how we live. So the more you swing, the better muscle you get. So it's better for you anyway. So
I love it.
That's the best interview we've
had.
I love it.
You're unbelievable. I love it. Absolutely, the man on the mic.
This is the one side that don't have out of me. You know, I'm a very humble guy, man. I really like to have fun.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
and stuff like that. But don't ever disrespect the fighter. Don't ever disrespect, especially when you're a coach. I don't care how frustrated you are. Sure, you want to defend. If I did something shady, defend your athlete. You're 100% correct. But you got so frustrated that the people showed me after. They said, hey, like Zahabi in the middle of the fight, the last 10 seconds when I ducked and like I started jogging and then turned back and then like started striking, and they're like, how much running are you gonna do? And I'm like, as soon as I saw that, and I was like, okay, cool. So now I get the chance to like, what? Now I got the win, and I could be like, well, really, you can't teach your fighter how to cut an angle? Like, are you that bad of a coach? Like, I thought you were one of the greatest coaches you're a Hall of Famer coach. I guess my coach just had a better plan than your coach. I don't know what to tell you.
That's very true. A question I have for you.
Dave has met his match.
I know. I love it. I love it. We'll take this all day. I was going to bring it up earlier, right before you were coming on. The champion in your division, Ilia Topuria, there's been a lot of talks about him moving up. Is that when you hear stuff of that nature, is that like, all right, that's cool with me, move up. It's one less guy on the top. You just keep on moving closer to your prize. You said you're going to be world champion. I believe that in you. Or is it like, is that the fight because of history? Man, I want to beat that guy. Is there something about
I'm light skinned, though. I want that guy. That guy. That's the guy I want. That's the only why I'm back in the UFC, because he became a champion, and that's the guy I'm heading for. And I got to experience that experience with him, so I can't wait to do it again. I feel like my style gives problems to all these guys, and if you look at my fight against Ilia, it gave him a problem. All these guys want to say, oh my God, just short notice, this and that. I took that fight on the short notice. I'm the one who said, yeah. I'm the one who did all that stuff and all this stuff, and fans are going to be fans. Let them be fans, you know what I mean? But I'm just excited to climb up. You know, there's the short-term goals, and then there's the long-term goal, right? And all that stuff. And ranking was one, and now slowly climb the rankings, and then obviously get to Ilia. If that means fighting him at 55 just one time, that's it. Kick me out of 55 ever again. I'll never go back to ever 55. I just want to let you that now, right now. Okay. Hope you guys know that. Like, you keep Grant and everybody's fat ass out there, I'm good. I'll stay with my featherweight. You know?
Come on, none of that. This is a great question from somebody in the comments. So you said, you've always been humble, like you said, but you absolutely love a mic. We love to hear you on the mic. Sean is wondering, he's like, you heard some boos at the end of the fights. He said, could you possibly see yourself becoming a heel? Is that your game?
Listen, the heel make girls look good. So hey, you keep making me look good. So I don't know where you want to come at me, dog. I'll be with my red bottoms out here showing off and making checks. So hey, it is what it is. You want to boo? And by the way, all those boozers Cater's half family. So it's like, listen, bro, you get my Moroccan ass family in there. Oh shit, we're not
drown
even
them out, right? Drown them out.
We'll start a riot down there, bro. It is what it is. I'm not worried about that. It's like everybody's gonna remember this. This is how funny this sport is. You go do this, now you go finish the next guy, and then they're gonna be like, well, that guy was off. Well, you just got lucky. Well, this. And then half of the other fans, oh my God, thank you for proving us wrong, or this and that, the real fans, and then the boos and all that. Like, who cares? Boo me all you want. If you became when you become a world champion, which I will be a world champion, you can boo all you want. I'm the one who's sleeping with the belt.
I love it, man.
Okay.
I love it.
I love it.
That line was smooth, huh? That line was smooth, huh? The heel line, huh? That's shit. That was cool, man.
That's good. Did you see, talking about sleeping with the belt, did you see, I think it was yesterday, it was the 1 year anniversary of Ilia winning. He did that birthday. I thought that was pretty good. Bro,
I'm telling you, man, you know when you lose to somebody and then you always be like, man, I hope this guy knocks everybody out after you lose to him.
You want them to look good, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, man, that guy is on a different level, and that's like what motivates me, and wakes me up to be like, man, you gotta do a lot of work, and you should celebrate. You should have fun a little bit. You know what I mean? That was a lot of work. Like, a lot of people didn't understand that. That was a lot of work to go get that and defend that the way he did. Oh my God. You know what I mean? So It's pretty dope. I was a fan of it. I liked it. I liked the post. I didn't comment, but I just liked the post.
You also said you wanted to possibly have your first main event this year. A lot of the guys you're calling out, though, most of those guys, maybe are some pay-per-view names right there. Is there a name you could see maybe like headlining a fight night with you? Is that something you see in the future?
Yeah, you would definitely be a headliner. 100% be a headliner. You know what I mean? I feel like not especially now these days, there's a lot of Apex cards and stuff like that. And I feel like if it's pay-per-view, it is what it is. Let's be in the pay-per-view. Who doesn't want to be in the pay-per-view? You know what I mean? But to be on a headliner, the Apex, and that is my goal, and I will get a headliner in 2025.
So Yair, you would love to fight Yair for 5 rounds,
and if it's not Yair, it is what it is. We'll find out somebody, and then we go show out, and then get a headline in the third fight. So my goal is always try to stay active, and obviously my record speaks it all. Like, I don't think I have that much break between my fights ever. You know what I mean? So for me to go in, I'm like, hey, go show out, and then find another fight at the end of the year.
This is a good point. I think Yair was supposedly going to fight on Mexico City.
Go to
Mexico City?
If the money's right on that one, I will, because there's Ramadan going on. I have Ramadan going on. So if the money's right, we can talk about it. But I gotta stick with my fate first. I have to believe in my faith and then go from there. Money always comes. I'm not worried about that.
I like this one. Aljamain Sterling.
We're buddies too. Every time we see each other in Vegas, so that would be a hell of a fight, huh? Now they get to be like, oh my God, now I get a wrestler versus a striker, and then we'll find out. You know what I mean?
I love that, man.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Anything else? There's one more question. Christopher J had a great question I wanted to pull up as well.
Okay,
we're gonna let you go because obviously we'd love to have you talk, but carry on. Who in any weight class is your dream fight?
Ooh. Prime Anderson Silva.
Oh, that would be sick.
That would be sick. That's a fun one.
If you could just make yourself a heavyweight or an 85er immediately, like who would it be?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go with that because I grew up watching Jose Aldo, and that's what kind of I loved MMA. Prime Jose Aldo.
Yes.
I mean, he's still fucking good right now, bro. I don't know what you're talking about right now, but yeah, I'll go prime Jose Aldo for me.
How is that man one of the greatest ever? How is he getting older in age? How is he down a weight class? How does that make sense?
He doesn't age. I swear he doesn't age.
That's amazing. He's
Benjamin Buttoning over here.
Listen, brother, you better start reproducing those genes, brother. I don't know what you're doing, brother. You better get to work, bro. I got those genes like that. Yeah. We're gonna have some fun.
I love it, man. Youssef, absolute great to talk to. We've been talking about it all day on the show. We've been live for close to 2 hours. You were the highlight of UFC Vegas 102. Won the co-main event versus Calvin Kattar. Win streak intact. Ranking intact. Smile intact. Youssef Zalal. Give it to me,
Zalal. Zalal, Dave. Zalal.
I tried, man. I tried.
Sorry,
that was
Sorry.
such a great ending, too.
Yeah.
That was such a good ending. I was on it. Man, Youssef, appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. That was awesome. Youssef.